Welcome back. This is Investigation 4.1 or Problem 4.1, percent out of 100. The initial challenge says Mr. Satyam asked his students if they liked doing fundraisers. 78 out of his 100 sixth grade students said yes. The question asks, what percent of the sixth grade students like fundraisers? And we're going to represent this as a grid and a bar graph. All right, I went ahead and filled in both the grid and the bars. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens and 8 there, so 78. And then on the bar graph, same thing, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and then 8 more. And what is this as a percentage? Well, because we have 100 students and it's out of 100, and it was 78 out of 100, that equals 78%. Okay, so then it tells us that he also teaches 57th graders, and 38 of them like doing the fundraisers. So on the graph here, it shows 38 of 50 for 2 sections because it's got to be out of 100. 38 and 38 is 76, so it would be 76%. And then the same thing is being shown here on the bar graph. And then it says between the 7th graders or 6th graders, which group had the larger percent who liked doing the fundraiser? Well, 7th grade was 76%, and if you recall, the 6th graders were 78%, so 6th graders was greater. Okay, to save time, I've worked through this ahead of time, but I want to show you. So diagram A, we have 3 tens out of 10, so that's 30%. And B, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. We have 2 fives, so that's 5 tens, and then we have 5 halves, which would be 2.5, so 52.5%. This one's a little different. It's a 5 by 5, but we're going to multiply by 4. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 4 because if it's 25, we need 100, and so that would be 20%. D is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 75%. And E is a little tricky one. This is 100%, 10, 20, so 120%. Now, to write a ratio for each, I wrote the ratios down here, but we might say something like there are 30 squares shaded for every 100. The ratio of shaded squares to total squares is 52.5 to 100. We might say something for every 25 squares, there are 5 squares green. For D, we might say 75 of the 100 slices are shaded. And for E, we might say for every 100 slices, there's 120 shaded. I'm going to skip the making up the problems on the video. Hopefully you came up with some good ones in class. So here's the 7th grade one, and it asks, how did Kia know where to put 38 students out of 50? So if 50 is 100%, 38 students would be 76, because that's double that, and that would be the 76 mark. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 6. There you go. So to answer the second part, the bar helps because we can kind of just visually see where that 76 mark would be. All right, let's move on to situation C. All right, so in part C, they're working on finding out if voters agree or disagree with the tax increase. And there's 2 different neighborhoods. One, there was 31 yeses, 69 noes, and then the other one was 17 yeses and 33 noes. First, I want to know what those totals are. So this is going to be out of 100, and Bailey is out of 50. So I'm going to have to double that. So 17 is 34 and 66. So which neighborhood has more support for building a new school gym? It looks like Bailey slightly has more support. They have a 34% support rate over a 31%. At this rate, what percent of the people in each school voted for the gym? So this is just asking what are the percentages. So White Hills is 31% and Bailey is 34%. All right, hopefully this video was helpful. I'll see you in the next investigation.